With the Oscars right around the corner, I wanted to get in as an amateur film bro to give some of my opinions on some of the nominees. However, the Best Picture nominees seem to be set in stone, with Sinners and one battle after another, essentially in a two-horse race. So I wanted to get in here and highlight a category that I somewhat got into this year, which is live-action short films. There are 5 really distinct nominees in this category, and they're all well made. They all got the Oscar nod, so obviously they all are going to be well made, and they're not YouTube popcorn short films. Anyway, I'm going to be reviewing these in no particular order at all. Then I'll tell you what my favorite is and why it's my favorite, and then I'll tell you what I think will win. There is spoilers ahead. I do encourage everyone to watch these films because I'm going to be giving a little bit of details about the plot, but nothing major, or at least I'll try not to do anything major. My rating scale is based on how well I think the movie is done on a more objective basis. How well made is it done from a production, cinematography, and writing basis, along with how well are the performances and all of the other mise-en-scene parts of the film. This is separate from my personal feelings of these films, and my favorites might be different than what I perceive as being the objective best. So that being said, let's get into the actual reviews of these movies. The first film I'm going to be talking about is Butcher State, a film out of Israel that has me scared to talk about it, only because the film seems to be scared to talk about itself. It takes place now, which is obviously a bit polarizing with the war raging against Hamas in the Gaza Strip. At the center of the film is an Arab man who is accused of taking down Hamas hostage posters in the break room. It is found out that he doesn't take them down and that it's an AC unit that's broken in the room, and so that actually knocks over the poster. This movie thinks it's saying a lot about the war in Palestine, but really isn't. There's a lot in this film that leaves it feeling bloated as a short film. I think it really could have benefited from 15 more minutes on the runtime. I understand this movie is pretty much just straight up Oscar bait. It feels really profound without actually saying much about anything going on, and doesn't typically really take a stance against Israel and or against Palestine in that sense. Omar Sanir's performance is very good. He's incredibly likable, and it makes the tragedy that is inflicted on him on a racial profiling basis feel really dramatic and really well done, because you want to root for him. You root for him so well. There is a subplot that makes this film feel so bloated, of him struggling with the rights to see his son, and I kind of question why that's included within this film. It almost seems like this is leading into trying to get more funding for a feature-length film, which if there does happen to be a feature-length film with this character, I think I would be really excited to see it. Overall, this movie sits at a 6.75 out of 10. A Friend of Dorothy is a film out of the UK that makes me really excited to meet my neighbors. Only because JJ meets Dorothy once he kicks a soccer ball into her backyard. Dorothy is a supporter of the arts, and they bond over their love for theater, as JJ is an up-and-coming actor. Dorothy is the only adult in JJ's life who supports his love of acting. Acting, however, is a fill-in for being gay. It is a queer story, y'all. It makes me feel very warm inside. It's well made and all the performances are great. I give a big shout out to Miriam for playing one of the most believable grandmothers I've seen on screen, cursing and roasting everyone in sight. The story is believable and very well contained. I don't think it needs any more runtime, but I wouldn't mind if there was, and I think that's a good sign of a good short film. The grandson is such a posh asshole, and it really works to me for some really quick and well done characterization. I wish JJ had some more time to develop as an actor within the sense of the short film. I wish we got to see him not only go from being this up and coming actor, but also getting better throughout his time with Dorothy. But that being said, I really did love this film. I'd give it a 7. Jane Austen's period drama is a film out of the UK that makes me realize that I don't really know how periods work. I have a big friend that's a fan of period dramas, and she likes this film a lot, so if that's kind of your cup of tea, this is the film for you. I think the comedic timing works in such a way that I wasn't expecting. The set and the production is so absolutely gorgeous, and it's something that like you can pause this movie and just kind of take a look at the things that are happening, and it works so well. I think that this isn't a parody of Jane Austen adaptations, but more of a commentary on them. I do like that this is such a commentary on the women's need to play down everything that they go to just to appeal to suitors. I do like this a lot. Also, while writing this script that I'm recording for this video, I was looking at the poster and I just understood what the poster is actually saying, and so this is a very embarrassing moment for me. So I encourage everyone, go look at the movie poster because it's really funny. I think everyone should go watch it. It's completely free to watch on YouTube. I give this an 8 out of 10. The Singers is a film out of the United States that makes me want to hang out in bars more often. Only because I too want to break into song with a bunch of strangers down in their luck. I haven't read the story that this short film is based on, but I feel like it does need to be said anytime you're talking about adapted pieces. The casting needs to be shouted out first and foremost. I had heard that they just casted a bunch of real singers with really limited acting experiences, and I don't really know where I heard that, but I'm too lazy to fact check it. But anyway, the performances by this ensemble as the bar patrons are fantastic, and it's probably one of the best ensembles in all of these short films. That being said, obviously short films don't have huge ensembles anyway. I want to shout out the bartender song that almost closes out the film. I love the cinematography of this film. I think it's the most alive and intimate the camera feels compared to all the rest of the nominees within this cohort. It almost feels like a character within itself with the placing and where it is. You really feel like, yes, I am inside this bar with all of these men. This film rates at an 8.5 out of 10 for me. Two People Exchanging Saliva is a film out of France that makes me think I should really be eating more onions. So stupid. In a future where expression of love is outlawed and women are still happier dating other women, Two People Exchanging Saliva tells a beautiful story about the cost of expressing that love. This film had so much good. Every character is endearing and very real, and the direction really stands out. It's a fully black and white film, and I don't think the word vibrant comes to mind when talking about black and white films, but from a production standpoint, I really think that this is exquisite. It is truly alive and vibrant. There's nothing done poorly within this movie, and there's nothing that's done just good. It's all fantastic. I want to highlight the two lead performers, Zahar Amir and Lunana. They kill it. Anyway, okay. Zahar and Luna kill it in this role. The romance is so beautiful, and I just love it so much. I strongly suggest you find some time on your own to watch this. This film is a solid 9 out of 10. I don't know if you can tell what my predictions are based off how I'm talking about these films in a strictly analytical and technical sense. But if you can't, here's what I do want to say about my feelings on these films. My favorite film is The Singers. I felt like it was the most intimate with the position of the camera and the place of the cast. It really is a film that just scratches my brain in all of the right places that I like watching a film at. I am such a sucker for musicals, and I don't want to be ashamed to have to say that. I think this film does such a good job being just that, a musical with performances that are strong and still tell a story through those songs. That being said, I do think Two People Exchanging Saliva will win the Oscar. It is probably a better technical film, and it does a really good job showing the dynamics and how do you build a world within such a short time that I don't really see any of these other films doing in the same way. But most of these films, except for Butcher Stain, I'd be completely okay with winning the Oscar. Though I could see all of them probably winning it. Though Jane Austen's period drama probably won't win because it's a comedy. It doesn't really say much aside from those comedic points. But we'll have to see what the Oscars actually decide.